Hold the presses. Massive Zcash news today. Rob, you're going to be very excited. Zcash is absolutely crushing it. Did you see the big news? Absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're going to talk about that. Also, Uptober. Rams through the door. It doesn't even knock or, wait for someone to open it. It just says SWAT team is here. And just barges right in. Bitcoin, $117,500. Is this the beginning of that parabolic bull rally we've been talking about? Rob and I will have that important discussion. Also, the CTO of Ripple has officially stepped down. A lot of people are speculating. Could be from what's been going on this week. We'll talk about that. Some rumors about Coinbase and New York. Also, Swift made an announcement. And World Liberty Finance, they're looking to take market share away from not only just Tether and Circle, but also from the likes of Ondo and Ethereum. What are they looking to do? We're going to talk about that and much, much more on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Gina, roll the intro.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency content, where we take old, boring, and stale projects and bring them back to life and talk about how much they are rallying and going to rally and how revolutionary some of these dinosaur cryptos can essentially be. You might be asking yourself, why buy Bitcoin when you can buy Zcash? You know what? This is maybe the next
Best thing.
revolutionary tech that
I heard
we can use.
I heard it's got the fastest finality, most throughput, man.
Honestly, I've been doing some insightful research. Like, well, why is Zcash rallying? What's going on? Why? If you look at the charts, it doesn't make sense. You think it's the biggest gainer in the top 24 hours. It's something I've been telling you guys about the last 3 days. I've been laughed and scoffed at, but yet it keeps going up from $60 3 days ago when I was like, hey, David, Zcash. And you say, what would anybody buy Zcash? And yet it's almost 2x from when I've been over here highlighting this thing, and yesterday I did it again, and I genuinely don't think this is done rallying. And you say to yourself, like, well, it doesn't. It's what is it like? Here's the thing: we don't question for a heartbeat or a second if meme coin rallies. If Pepe were to increase by 70%, it would just be like, oh yeah, hey, meme coins are back. Yeah, we're good, guys. Like, wow, woohoo.
Yeah, privacy coins are back, guys. Woohoo.
No, but you got to ask yourself, in finance, I'm genuinely not trying to be funny, but in finance.
Okay. Yeah, you're not trying to be funny.
In finance, isn't there a place where transactions don't need to be transparent?
In the world of legacy finance, absolutely not. They are trying to do the opposite.
But
do you and I think? Yes.
No. So you're telling me there's no market for privacy in transactions.
Rob, every country in the world is pushing for a CBDC and digital ID. You think they want people to have privacy?
I'm not talking
what
about.
What world are you living in?
Bro, are you being for real?
I'm being 100% for real.
So you're telling me that currently the financial sector, with all these big companies moving money around, that there's no need, and it's absolutely asinine to believe that we need privacy.
Do they want privacy for themselves? Sure. But do they want it across the board? Absolutely not.
It's not across the board. Zcash is an optional is an option of whether you can disclose the transaction or not. It's as simple as turn it on or off. When you send your transaction through Zcash, you literally can say, do you want to keep this private? Yes or no. You toggle it. If you toggle yes, the transaction is private.
Do you really think the banks want the average person to have that option?
I don't think it's about the average person. I think it's about corporations. I think that if I'm going to, like, let's just say, for example, I am doing a transaction for a publicly traded company. Let's say we're doing a deal, right? And by law, I am not allowed to disclose that there's a merger or a partnership. And yet I need to fulfill part of the contract and send, let's say, $500 million. How on earth can I send $500 million through crypto and it be private? If you were literally to say, like, legally, we cannot tell anybody that you're sending me this money, like by law, or we go to jail.
Straight to jail.
Is that not at least a case example of? No, I'm being honest, bro. Let's say that we were gonna merge with Strategy, and Strategy's like, hey, we're a publicly traded company. We would love to merge, whatever. Part of the acquisition deal is that you need to send us $50 million. However, it has to be completely silent. And we're like, hey, we don't have $50 million in the bank. We run a crypto channel. Like, we just don't have it. But we got it in stable coins. Cool. Send it to us anonymously, because if it's on the blockchain, we can get fired, or we can get sued. We get in prison.
You're talking about a 1 in 100.
Okay, what about when people want to donate and they don't want it to be public? What about when you move lotto, like say someone wins a lotto and all of a sudden you don't want to disclose your information? There's plenty of states that do that, right? Let's just say that, like, hey, if I did win the lotto and I was anonymous, and what if I want to move money into a 401k, and say, hey, like, can I do this anonymously? Like, I know you think that there's no market for it, but there genuinely is. And there's not only a market for it, but there's an absolute need, because companies cannot be transparent with all of their financial transactions. And so if you're going to sit here and say that, like, hey, RWAs are a thing because companies got to go RWA, it's the future. You know what? If you're going to incorporate finance, part of the financial infrastructure that's currently in place is that you need to have anonymity in certain transactions. It's not just a theory, it's just a necessity. That's it, man. It's like, I agree, 95 or 99% of transactions, make them transparent. But for the ones that need it, then you ask yourself, like, who would you go with? Monero, they're completely transparent. They're not even SEC compliant. Zcash, at least, can be transparent. And you know what? They got a roadmap. They are having upgrades. They use ZK snarks. Like, they got fundamental technology. Also, Zcash is proof of work. And I know that you being a big Casper guy, you always talk about, well, it's a proof of work. Like, there's not a lot of proof. Like, hey, here's another proof of work. So when it comes to security, I'm not telling you to go out here and buy it. I'm just telling you that it ain't a meme coin. Now, whether or not it ends up rallying more than it is now, I mean, hey, anything's possible. It did launch back in 2016. It is an old project that has diminished returns each cycle. And so how high do I think it go? Will I buy this over some of my other favorite alts? No. But it's something to keep an eye on. It's in number 60 on the market cap list. It has the potential to keep going. I wouldn't buy it right now at $105, but wouldn't be surprised to see this at 120. Really wouldn't.
Take a look at this. Massive news. Absolutely huge. Zcash. Grayscale Zcash Trust is open for private placement for eligible accredited investors. That's it. Game changer. What are your thoughts?
Game changer.
Thank you. Let's talk about Bitcoin, man. Enough of the Zcash stuff, dude. Let's talk about BTC. 118. Let's take the chart. I'll tell you what, guys. If we cannot close above this red line, then we're probably going to come back down to, like, let's see, at least 114.3.
Keep in mind that Bitcoin yesterday at this time, 24 hours ago, was at 112. Big move. Big move. And is it no surprise that it's on the first of the month?
Uptober.
Hey, it's the same thing happened last month. Look at September 1st. If you guys want to know what Bitcoin's going to do, look no further than September 1st. Pull up September 1st.
On the chart?
Yeah. What did it look like for the first 5 days of September 1st?
Well, you started off at 107.5.
And
This
what
is
happened?
the last month
What
right
happened
here.
1 week later?
This is the last month.
Yeah, we had a big rally. So the start of the month, we went from 107.5, went all the way up to There you go. I think we're having a similar move. I think we'll get a good 20%. 20% here in the next from bottom from 112. I think we get 20% in the next I'd say week and a half.
This is a bullish pattern, by the way. Big leg down. You come up, get that beautiful W pattern. Probably going to flag here. I'm expecting us to flag. And come back and maybe, I don't know. Maybe come back and retest this 114.360. Let's throw on our volume range. Let's see where some bids are coming in. So you have a big volume node at this 118 level, guys, and then obviously it's it's shown to be sellers stepping in. Let me get rid of these. And by the way, those of you that like TA, that enjoy TA, I'll be doing the TA show today, right after the live show here. So come join me where we'll break down charts in more depth. Let's take a look at Market Cipher B. Money flow in the green, VWAP expanding to the upside. Momentum indicators are both looking really, really good. Can we hit this? Can we hit this OS2 level here, this dash line, right? Oversold 2 on the daily. Let's check the weekly. See what we're seeing on the weekly time frame. You know, I was looking green dot on the weekly. That's good. Money flow is continuing expanding. We're about to, VWAP's currently at 0. This would be pretty big. Let's look. The last time VWAP was negative for an extended period of time, we can take a look here, right? Similar. And then we had that crossover. So what we're going to do is, because we like to look back historically at what price has done at these pivotal levels or pivotal moments of certain indicators. So let's go like that. And we're looking to the right of the line I just drew. And well, wouldn't you have it on the weekly? VWAP going from an extended period of time in the negative, flips positive. And what does Bitcoin do? First leg, it rallies 32% in its entirety to its all-time high, rallies 50%. Could we see something similar? And again, you guys, this is on the weekly, so it's not some mini time frame. It's not the 3-minute or the 30-minute. It is the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. That looks fairly good. I'd like to throw on my Heikin-Ashi candles as well. Uptrend looks extremely strong. We'll see if we catch a lower end wick here. Let's check the weekly. Weekly, not yet. You typically, and those of you that are like, well, what is he doing? What is he looking for? Just throw on your Heikin-Ashi candles. And if you're looking for like the simplest entry and exit on confirmed trends, if you're looking for a long, you want to wait for 2 consecutive candles that are green and have no wicks to the downside. You enter in on the 3rd candle, and if you would have done so, that's a 28% move. Same thing here. You would have made some money. To the downside, it's the reverse. So you have 1 and 2 candles with no wicks to the upside. You enter in on the 3rd one of the open, and then you play it to the downside. So right now, nothing is confirmed yet, at least on the weekly. Daily has been confirmed. This is actually the 3rd candle in a row. We're seeing no downside wicks, meaning the trend is still intact. The trend is strong. The way you know a trend is coming to an end is you start seeing those wicks pop up. In the case of a move to the upside, you start seeing those wicks to the downside. That means the move is slowing down or coming to an end. Sometimes it's as abrupt as, well, 1 candle, right? You get 1 candle and then a big spill off for Bitcoin. So just a couple things to keep in mind. You know, give you more tools to make money on trades in, I guess, a more simple fashion. So yeah, 117.2. Again, 117 is going to be a very important level. So we're going to be watching for that. We might get some bids coming in at 115.4. You have another big volume node here as well. We'll drop a flag there. 115.7, and then below that, you guys, it's 114.3. I wouldn't even be mad if we got a retest. The important thing on that retest is going to be, do we get a strong bounce? Do we get a strong bounce, or do we get some bullshit like this? Right? We come back down, chop, 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 break below, come up, retest, and then we're back down. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying. I think more likely is we'll get a bounce. More likely, if we don't close above this 117, we'll probably get one big candle, then a couple of smaller candles. We'll get a really nice bounce, and then we should clear. We'll come back, retest, small bounce there, and then we'll go back. And then I'm talking about 120 to 124K, new all-time highs. Uptober is here. Yay. Everyone's making money. You're making money. I'm making money. Dadbot said, David's TA gets me going. Why doesn't Rob the TA? He does. He just does it in his head. He does it in his head. All right. Let's talk about, let's see where our trade's at. We're still in this bit tensor long. Currently up 35% on bit tensor. Entry was $301. This was like in the mid 40% when just earlier this morning. I don't know where I woke up out of a deep sleep at 3:30 in the morning, and I just remember checking my phone, and it was a lot of notifications. Bitcoin crosses 116, Bitcoin crosses 117, and then Bitcoin crosses 118, and then when I woke up for real, when you accidentally wake up and then you wake up for real.
Yeah, kind of like 30 minutes ago, I woke up. I was,
what?
It's 30 minutes ago, I woke up.
What the fuck are you saying?
I took a nap and then, woke up.
30 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rob.
¿Qué pasa?
Bro, did you see this, dude? So the rumor is Vitalik is in Singapore. He saw Bitcoin was rallying, and so he didn't want to be left out. Rob, did you see this video?
I have not seen the video.
He's running a pump to chart, baby. What? Like, why is he running? First of all, what's the running form? Vitalik, what is that?
No idea.
Limp hand, weird bend in the, and then the guy's a billionaire, bro. Hire a personal trainer, put some weight on you. I'm trying to tell my kid he's at 11. He's in like the bottom 5th percentile of weight. My bro, start eating some. Eat some protein. Anyways, any commentary, Rob, on Vitalik's form?
No.
You're a big gym guy. If Vitalik is watching our show, any advice you would give him on his form? What he could do to maybe put some weight on?
Eat meat.
Well, some say never mind.
Where are we going with this?
We're not going anywhere.
Okay, good.
Okay. We're going here. Simon Gurovich from Metaplanet. Dude, Metaplanet has been ramping up their buys pretty hugely. They've acquired 5,268 Bitcoin for $615 million at an average price of 116.8K. They now hold 30,823 Bitcoin, acquired for $3.3 billion. Their average price is 107.9. They had a big buy last week too, or a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So they're ramping up their buys. MicroStrategy is so they've kind of inverse, right? They've swapped places. MicroStrategy is doing the $20 million buys, and these guys are now doing the $500 million, $1 billion buys. What are you looking at?
No, I was their last buy was only $22 million.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
So they've swapped places.
Yeah, this small buy, they bought less than 200 Bitcoin, and Metaplanet's over here.
Degenerate. That's like being at the slot machine, and then you're like, "Fuck, I got $5 left. Do I grab myself a drink, or do I just put it in? I'm already down 10 grand. Do I put this last 5 in, or do I get myself some food?" And you put the last 5 in and try to win your money back, and you lose.
Yeah, and then you go to
That
bed.
level of
Go to bed
degeneracy.
hungry, huh?
Disgusting. You go to bed hungry. I mean, obviously, guys, this is pretty big. I wouldn't be surprised today's inflows to see them in the 500-600 million. Once those numbers come out end of the day, we'll get them tomorrow. Yeah, this is pretty big. I don't have any other thoughts. Pretty straightforward. Anything you want to comment on this before I move on?
Nah.
All right. Well, the government's closed. The government is officially closed. Well, here's what the media won't tell you. It's from Kobayashi letter. The average length of a shutdown is only 8 days. The S&P 500 has ended higher 1 year after a shutdown in 86% of the cases. The S&P posts an average gain of 13% 1 year after the shutdown ends. During the 35-day shutdown in 2018, the S&P rallied 11%. While the government is shut down, U.S. defers $400 million a day in costs. The Fed generally turns more dovish if the government data releases are paused. Historically, the market actually welcomes shutdowns. Very interesting. The last one, number 6, is also very interesting. That was my thing is, well, the jobs numbers, the inflation numbers, right? When is the next Fed meeting? Let's pull up the CME here. The next Fed meeting is October 29th. 99% currently believe we're going to get another 25 basis point rate cut. But it's interesting. That was my thing. Like, okay, well, does this make the Fed more dovish or more hawkish, seeing as they won't get the data in time and might use that as an excuse to not cut rates? But according to this, and according to what the Kobayashi letter says, the Fed typically turns more dovish if the government doesn't release data. Is that? I mean, what are you attributing, Rob, to this price action in Bitcoin? Bitcoin's under 117 now, 116.75.
To figure out why they use term dove and hawk.
Because a dove is like nice and looks innocent, very soft. Hawk is like fierce, like it's very scary. You know.
Pretty sure hawks don't do that.
Yeah.
I always wanted to become a falconer.
Why do they say bulls and bears?
You ever thought about being a falconer?
No.
So you like train and
Yeah, I know what it is.
raise falcons.
Why do they say bulls and bears?
And not only go out and hunt for you, but
Why do they say bulls and bears?
but they also can be a guard pet.
I quit.
So you can have a pit bull.
No one's having
or
a falcon
you can
as
have
a pet.
hawk.
Okay.
Or a falcon.
Okay. No one has a falcon as a pet.
It's a very common pet. Falconers have falcons as pets.
Yeah, how many falconers are there in the world?
I don't know. Not enough, if you ask me.
No.
We need more falconers.
Idiot, bro.
If you are looking to become a falconer, join me in my movement of
Falconing.
not only picking up arms and flexing your Second Amendment right, but also do it with
Bro, what are you saying?
the strongest bird of prey known to man is the falcon. The ability to dive at 60 miles an hour straight down into the water and pull salmon out. One fell swoop. Falcon is all you need.
Is that an infomercial?
What? What was the original question?
I don't know.
No.
I genuinely don't know. I don't know if I care.
Dick Jones says Charles Hoskinson was photographing a falcon on his arm.
Oh, he's
Real recognize real.
Yeah, but he's also saying he's one of those people that says Charles.
Real recognizes real. My falconers stand up. Bitcoin's down under 117. What's going on, man?
I can't.
What? We're at 118. Now we're at 116.9.
Yeah.
It's a good day, man. It's a good day.
Guys, be prepared for one. So the 30-minute looks like it's, I don't want to say it's flagging, but the 50% level here, we drew our fib from 114.2 up to 118.2. And the 50 level, the 50% fib level is 116,252. And I bet you, if we throw that on there, we get a little bit of a volume spike here. So that's the level I'd be eyeing for a bounce. If we don't get that bounce, yeah, I mean, you got the gold pocket at 115.7, and then you're back down to that 114.3 level. That's going to be the key level here, my friends, is that 114.6. If we can't hold 117, which it doesn't look like we are, although it could reverse any moment, can't hold that 117 on the high time frame, then we're probably going down to 114. That would be my bet. But again, look at all this volume here, right? You have the sellers here. Look at this block of volume. This is pretty big. So will these be buyers? Will these be sellers? Time will tell. What's your do you think this is just going to be a nasty wick to the upside, Rob? Or do you think this is going to turn and we're going to start getting a bigger push and clear this 117 and try to retest that 120.6K, that blue line up there?
I think we're going to get a strong start to the month, same as we did last month. I think when we look back and we say, hey, you know what, October 1st really kicked it off. Now, do we slingshot past 120 today, tomorrow? I'm not sure. I think it might be by the end of the week, but I do think we are over 120 by the end of the week. I would say by Sunday, we will have already been back up into that 121, 122 range. Is that, you share the same sentiment on that?
You said by Sunday?
Yeah. I don't think we get there today, and I don't think we get there tomorrow. I think maybe tomorrow we'll see like 119 and we pull back, but
I can see that. I can definitely see that. I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just like, when have we seen a move with Bitcoin that just had massive follow through? I mean, you got to go back to shit. Let's just hide all this. Let's get rid of the indicators and let's just look at just a basic chart. Like, when was the last one? Okay, probably this one, right? It was from 67.4 up to 89,000. This is a time period of November 5th to November. So it's a period of 7 days, no red candles, and it was a clean move from 67.4 up to 89, I'll call it 90K. Outside of that, it's been spurts. Like a little spurt and then chop, chop, chop. A little spurt, chop, chop, chop. Little spurt, chop, chop, chop. Down, chop, 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 chop. Down, chop, chop, down, chop. So I don't know. Maybe we never get a parabolic rally. Maybe it's just what I just mentioned with my really cool sound effects.
it's possible.
Right? I mean, do you see anything else here, Rob? And I can go back, dude. I can go back to 2021.
From a chart perspective, I agree. The diminished returns is a reality. I just think that at the same time, there's the supply and demand aspect of it that you can't ignore. And the fact that, you know, we're buying 5,000 Bitcoin at a time for companies, there's just not enough Bitcoin OTC, and there's going to be a break point. And when that happens, you're going to get a big move to the upside. It just has to happen. It's not even it's like eventually Christmas season's going to come. The new Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be in high demand, or next year it'll be the PlayStation 6 or whatever it is. And when you just don't have enough on the shelves and everyone wants it, price of them shoot up. They're on eBay for 2, 3, 4 times the price that they go for retail. That's a textbook example of when you don't have enough supply and there's just a really strong demand for the product. There's a big demand for Bitcoin, diminishing supply, and there's going to come a point that, like, I agree, the charts aren't looking in the short term like they're lining up for giant moves. If we look at, you know, the move that we went from 60,000 to 80,000, 80,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to 120, these have taken a long time, been massive consolidation windows in those price ranges. But some point, it's going to pop off, bro. Some point.
All right. Let's talk about Mr. David Schwartz, Chief Technological Officer of Ripple. Been with them for a very long time. He's stepping away. Spent 13 years at Ripple. I can't begin explaining the depth of my gratitude. Time has come for me to step back from my day-to-day duties as Ripple CTO at the end of the year. Really looking forward to spending more time with my kids and grandkids. He's spinning up his own XRPL node, thinking about it, and publishing output data, research, and other use cases for XRP. Gives big thanks to the team. And then there was rumors that he is going to potentially sit on a board for Ripple. And then we have the retard comment of the day. Bro, are we going higher than $5? Is this $50,000 XRP price talk absolute insanity? Give us something. You do realize you have the power to send XRP to $10 in the next hour if you said one key thing. Give the investors hope. This is freaking me out. I said, you sound retarded. I love this and I love you, and the possibility that humanity can change for the better and that XRP can introduce mankind to a state of wealth not previously imagined has given me hope for the future. And then he replied it, said, I am retardio. I said, well, fair enough. At least he acknowledges it. I like that. That was cool. So,
You know, it's...
Rob, a lot of people are...
The thing is, you got a lot of people like him intermixed with...
Normal people?
Yes. And then what happens is...
The retards are a lot of
the normal people that don't own crypto start talking to the
retards?
that guy. And then they're like, these crypto guys, they like, I don't know.
It's going to 50,000.
You don't know what they're talking about.
$100 of XRP right now. It's going to, yeah, okay.
There's a lot of dumbass ideology, but
Ripple's going to have an 800 quadrillion market cap. Rob,
Zcash is going to $1,000.
Probably is. Rob, a lot of people are speculating on the timing of this announcement. What are your thoughts? Is this does this change your thesis on Ripple or on XRP holding it? We know David was a pretty big part of the Ripple team. I don't know. Usually, and I'm not saying this is the case, we've seen it across the board. Usually when people start stepping down, especially at weird times, maybe think something's going on, or at least that's what the conspiracy theorists think. What do you think?
You know what? I think it's a good thing. The dude looks like he plays Dungeons and Dragons all day and has like 5 cats at home. And you know, he's representing a large.
Well, to be fair, his nickname is Joel Katz.
I didn't even know that.
See, David, yeah, Joel Katz.
Definitely has like 5 cats at home. Probably has that like litter box hasn't been changed in a week.
No,
over a week since.
No, he's the kind of guy that has the self ones, the one that take out themselves, that clean themselves.
I think he just doesn't look the part for the finance, man.
Well, we know he's got a dog.
Brad Garlinghouse is handsome, man. Seen Brad Garlinghouse?
Yeah, but this guy's the tech guy. You know, tech guy, you kind of want to look a little weird, right? You know that.
But he's like the face of
he's got
XRP, man.
He has multiple dogs. So this is
shoes on. He's
dog
outside. Who's outside with no shoes on?
What do you mean, bro? He's at a lake. That's a boat.
Oh.
He's at a lake, dude.
Or those shoes that have.
Yeah, bro. He would kick your ass. Look, bro.
The shoes that have the toes in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Wait, what? What are we talking about here?
The water toe shoes.
Oh, the one that each toe goes in its own separate little pocket?
Yeah. Non-slip. Wear them at the water parks.
The toe pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, okay, so you don't put anything to this. You don't think it has anything to do with what happened this week. You don't think it's anything to do with, I don't know.
I think it's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, man. Get some more handsome individuals over there.
That is
I'm telling you. How is it the dumbest thing? You literally opened up the show making fun of Vitalik and his running. Just saying that, like this man. Look at that. Salt and pepper at his best. You gonna buy some XRP right now.
You have you man crushing right now or what?
No, I'm just saying. I trust this man with my money. Take my money and then.
You also trusted Sam Bankman-Fried with your money with that cucumber.
No, he looked like a weirdo. He looks like David Schwartz, but like 20 years older.
Wow.
Younger, whatever.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't trust guys with weird haircuts. Give me salt and pepper and a tie, black suit. Take my money. Bring it back. 3X. Thank you.
Oh my God.
What?
Play this video.
Today, I'm very pleased to announce that we will add a blockchain-based ledger to our technology infrastructure to allow for trusted movement of tokenized value across the digital ecosystems. Wow. And those opposites, Swift and blockchain, TradFi and DeFi, can they really go together? Well, in the regulated system in the future, we believe they can. Banks are ready for it, and they're asking us to play a bigger role.
That was at Sibos. A lot of big news coming out of Sibos. We also have this. The SEC is reportedly moving to allow stocks to trade like crypto, where stocks would trade on chain. Under the plan, investors could buy tokens on crypto exchanges that represent shares of companies like Tesla or Nvidia. Then you start asking, well, what are the pros and cons, right?
This is textbooks RWA, right?
Oh, that's literally what it is.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, textbook.
You're tokenizing real world assets. In this case, yeah. What are some, okay, so pros and cons. The cons, and I'm kind of seeing it on all over social media, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, obviously the pros, 24/7, increased liquidity, fractionalized ownership of stocks, right? And 24/7. The other thing is, like, on weekends, if the volume is lower, there's a lot more room for manipulation, which should directly affect the underlying stock come Monday and the market open. What are your thoughts on that? Do you see both sides of the argument? Are you leaning one way or the other? What are your thoughts?
I just don't see a negative to it, man. Other than the whole decentralization, government and U.S. markets stay out of but that's just an unrealistic pipe dream, right? If you want Bitcoin and crypto to keep growing, you need people to buy it, and there's just not enough weird losers out there to just be like, well, I'm gonna fight against the government and I'm gonna hold my Bitcoin. Like, great, like, if that's your prerogative, cool, but don't be mad when your crypto portfolio increases in value and all of a sudden traditional finance is like, we can make money on this too. And then they start buying. And then, well, now they're part of the game. It's just, it is what it is. So, I mean, is that the really only negative here? You can talk about, like, the fact that Wall Street already has trading after hours. Doesn't trade in real time, but you have pre-market stock price. That's something that we always follow. And, is there arbitrage opportunities? Kinda, not really, but yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Eventually it was going to happen. It's just, I'm kind of surprised it's happening with crypto, though.
I think it's going to start happening a lot quicker.
I thought if you would have asked me, not at this point. Now I understand. Like, in this whole year, I understand. But if you would have asked me like 3 years ago, hey, will the stock market ever start trading 24 hours a day on the weekends? Like, yeah, I can see that. I don't think it'll happen with crypto. I just think that they will just offer their trading services, during outside of banking hours. It just seems like the next evolution. I'm just surprised that Wall Street and the SEC, because the SEC just a year ago was trying to shut down anything and everything that was crypto. And so I'm just surprised the SEC is like, hey, yeah, no, we're cool, man. Let's tokenize everything and trade stuff 24 hours on blockchain. So that's refreshing.
Yeah. Okay. Rob, let's take a look at the alt markets, and then we'll share some crypto.com news.
All right. So getting into the biggest gainers, once again, Zcash. I mean, we started the show. It was at like 101 or something like that. Yeah, it was at $99. Now it's at 107. This thing's not slowing down, man. I started the show. I was like, hey man, I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing at 120, and it was at $99. Already halfway there. Okay, let's get back into the alts. You got Pudgy Penguins, Pump.Fun leading the way behind Zcash, also SPX 6900. This is all meme coins. I understand Zcash is a speculative play. I'm not sitting here trying to explain to you that everyone's waking up talking about they want privacy coins. I don't believe that's what's happening. However, I'm just saying that, like, hey, there has been some technological progression on Zcash. There is a need for privacy. So are the two correlated? Also, you add that to speculation. It's interesting. I wouldn't write it off, man. I really wouldn't.
Before you move off of Zcash, this is, I'm like, what is the news, right? So Zcash boosted by ThorSwap integration. So you know, cross-chain swapping. Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, you can now, Zcash is integrated. So that's probably why it's rallying. Now, if you want to do cross-chain swaps, you want to go through,
they had, I don't know where the article was, but I think they have something coming up.
Like an update?
Yeah, they had some coming up, some rollout or something, but I don't know where it is.
Was Zcash in the almanac?
Might have been. I don't know.
I gotta check. I think it was.
All right. So, you know, what I'm kind of taking away here is that your speculative plays, your meme coins, some cryptos you wouldn't expect to rally or performing well. I'm gonna expect this to continue with other projects that you think are down and out. You know, Near Protocol's up 10% today. This is something that has strong fundamentals. It's been kind of asleep at the wheel of this bull market. Also, Aptos is in here. And so you're starting to see some interesting names. You know, if there's one sleeper around here, let's go down the list. What's sleeping around here around the top 100 that you think could maybe make a flash in the pan? You got perhaps Tezos. I mean, is that something we could see come back around? Are you a Tezos guy?
No. Real quick, we gave Zcash a B.
Yeah.
So I said by 2025, Zcash could remain a leading privacy coin, particularly as concerns about financial privacy and data security continue to grow in the face of increasing regulation. Well, not bad. Okay. Sorry. So you're saying, do I think anything else can have that run? Near Protocol? No. They did just integrate with Cardano and the Near Intents.
No, it's about Tezos.
Oh, no. Oh, I shouldn't say no like that. Okay.
I'm thinking about things that have actual foundations, that have roadmaps, that,
but
you know, people are kind of writing off.
Do you know what Tezos has done? What's the shtick of Tezos, Rod?
I forget. I know you
exactly.
did a...
I don't know. I don't.
There's THETA as well.
No.
I'm kind of mailing it on AI, I think.
Of course you are.
Yeah. There's Pancake Swap.
Yes.
I think
I'll take Pancake Swap.
I think Pancake Swap's a good pickup right now, man.
I gave Tezos a D.
You also got Aerodrome Finance.
Let's see what I give Aerodrome.
This thing is gonna.
It's fun to look back at this, see how right I was. I gave Aerodrome an A. It's just a year and a half ago.
What was the price a year and a half ago? Well, probably right around where we're at now.
What was it at?
A year ago, October 2024. Yeah, same price.
Well,
but I think this thing is going to do well.
Me too.
Yeah, DeFi on base. Also, what about Stacks? Stacks is something that's been asleep at the wheel. I'm not into Stacks though. I used to be kind of bullish on it. I just don't see people using.
Well, a lot of people started doing what they were, that was their shtick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up 6% on the day, 7%, 7 day down, 1 month down, 1 year down 65%. That's ugly. I got out of my Stacks position. at like $1 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, Filecoin.
Yeah. A lot of underperformers. So the question is, will they?
What about Flare?
I like Flare.
Flare, Algorand, Cosmos. Look at all these. This little group right here, man, is very interesting.
I like Pengu.
Okay.
Pengu.
If you had to rank your top 3 out of this group, at the top, you have Internet Computer, Meme Core, which has performed well during speculative times, Arbitrum.
I think VeChain's a sleeper, bro.
VeChain, KuCoin, Pudgy Penguins, Cosmos, Algorand. This is such a good mix right here. I mean, the only thing was it Pi?
Pie. Apple pie.
That's the only one that I'm not really sold on. Everything else here, you can make a very compelling argument for.
I like
which
Pengu.
one? Which one do you like out of this at the most? You had to pick one
Out of the list that's on here?
Mhm.
Okay, so factoring in current prices, how much
Yeah,
they've
let's
rallied.
just say 6-month hold. 6 months, right? So you buy now. You're in a smart contract that automatically sells in
6 months?
in what is it? January, February, March. March 1st it sells.
Bro, that's a tough one, dude. I think I'm going to go VeChain, man.
Yeah.
It hasn't really rallied. Pengu's rallied. Caspa's rallied. Arbitrum has rallied. ICP has kind of rallied. Algorand, not really. Cosmos is never going to rally. Pi, garbage. Meme Core, don't know enough about it. Then it's had a massive rally. I'll probably go with VeChain, dude.
I gotta go Arbitrum, man. I don't see a 6-month reversal on Caspa. There just hasn't been enough movement. I think if Caspa comes back, it'll be in the latter half of next year after smart contracts, after some stuff gets built. So I'll write that off on a 6-month. ICP has a lot of potential, but I'm just not seeing a lot of movement in that direction. I'm not seeing
Caffeine's going public. That might help, but I don't
If
know.
I had to rank them, I'd go Arbitrum 1, Algorand 2, Pudgy. No, I'd go VeChain Pudgy.
I think Pudgy's going to do great. Pengu, I think Pengu's going to crush it.
No.
You like to laugh, but it's all about the brand, bro.
No, I think Pudgy Penguins will do good.
You think so?
Yeah.
You're changing your tune, huh? I mean, I like it.
When I was talking about Pudgy versus Polygon, they were similar. Polygon currently outperforming Pudgy Penguins. And so my argument with you was, which one will outperform? Will it be Polygon or Pudgy Penguins? And you laughed at me. It's not a big difference, but Polygon sitting at number 45 with $2.5 billion market cap. Pudgy's under $2 billion at number 55. And so does that gap continue? Are you at all bullish on Polygon in the slightest?
No.
No.
Trying to do a compare here.
Polygon might be one of those projects, man, that we talk about, just like Zcash. Like, we're writing it off. Yeah, you don't need a side chain that scales for ETH, right? Scalable side chain. Because it's not a roll up. Polygon is essentially a scalable side chain, right?
So here's a perfect example. Over the last 6 months, Polygon is the candles and Pengu is the pink line. It's the last 6 months.
The pink line?
Pink line is Pengu.
Yeah. Well, when did we start our argument? Like 2 months ago? The last 60 days.
What?
What's the last 60 days? I remember our whole bet or our whole like argument stemmed off of the fact that Polygon and Pengu were 1 and 1 right above each other on the market cap list.
Yeah.
And I was like, Polygon's gonna outperform Pengu, and then you laughed at me and said no, and then
Rightfully so, I laughed.
Then you proceeded to bring it up every time Pengu rallied. I'm just saying that
this is true
Polygon's outperforming Pengu
No, it's
on
not.
market cap.
because it's been around longer, dummy.
No, what I'm saying is when we had our argument, Pengu, Polygon were right next to each other. That was the whole argument. Which one's at higher market cap now? You can look at whatever chart you want. I'm just going off of the.
Oh, sorry. Polygon is number 45 and Pengu is number 55.
Yeah, I'm just,
1.9 billion and 2.5. Wow, you were so right.
Every time it
You were
every
so
time
right.
it was up 5%, Gina, like every time we were up 5%, we came in here, he's like, oh, Pengu. And it's been stretching the lead. I haven't brought it up. I'm just saying, like, we're talking Pengu, so I'm like, well, just throwing it out there.
Let me check some real quick.
Polygon outperforming Pengu.
Let's check something real quick. Well, technically, Pengu's higher, fully diluted 2.7, Polygon 2.4.
You know it's all about the market cap, bro.
Yeah, the fully diluted market. That'll do it for the show today. I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you want some extra David, some technical analysis or breakdowns, trust maybe put some trades in. Might be doing a little short action here. We'll see. Stay here. You'll be automatically redirected. I'll be going live in about 5 minutes right here on this channel. With that being said, Gina, roll the outro. Want to thank you all very much for tuning in. Appreciate every single one of you. Come join me in 5 minutes. Until then.
Cash is cool, yeah. Sin City, crypto. Everybody know what we here for. Entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in. For big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I split the game, but they gave it. Name the coin, it's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya. City.